Hello my friends, I'm Rocky Outcrop. I'm just taking a minute out of the live video to take a look at waves with you. I'm going to make this a video that stands on its own. Thanks so much for joining me. Hit that like and subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Let's take a look at the waves chart together. This is of course waves USDT. Thank you for joining me to take a look at it. And what we're loving at the minute about the chart, as mentioned by an outcroptician in the live show today, is the action it's had above the 200 simple moving average, and that is very, very good to see. And we're going to be asking a broader question: will this chart ever so there you go. Right? So you might be wondering if I ever did them live. and I did, and I do, but I'm going to start that one again. Right, I'm going to start that one again because it wasn't so great. Okay, right. The BTC ticker stuck again, is it? Ah, you're joking me. Right, well, it's good to have noticed that. I'll take a look at the chart for that in just a sec. Let me just find the gosh darn ticker. Where's the guard? Because I need to have so many different tabs open. There, refresh, you bollocks, you. See, I'm on it now. Right, it's refreshing. Great. Going back to the thingy. Yeah, so of course, you know, I just didn't like the way that one was panning out. Where's my chart gone though? Is this it? No. Tabs. It's Tab City over here, ladies and gents. Tab City. Is this it? This is it. Hello ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking a moment out of your day to join me to take a look at the Waves USDT chart together. I'm going to be looking at some targets towards the top side. I think there's exciting stuff to be had here for us if we are willing to be patient and manage our risk accordingly. What are those key areas to be aware of, and what are our targets? Let's discover all that and more right now. My name's Rocky Outcrop. Thanks for joining me. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and come back and take a look at the show during a live stream sometime so we can interact together. We've been talking about this in the live stream. Michael John Scott said he's loving seeing the prices be above the 200 period moving average, and I agree. It is a fantastic thing to see, and we'll be looking at that in a bit more detail in just a second in this brief TA video, and asking the question as proposed by K King: can we actually take out the all-time highs at $16 again on this coin? Is it possible? Well, there's a couple of routes to that area and we'll be discussing them right now. First off though, can we maintain price action above this 200 simple moving average on the lower time frames? Coming in here at the 12 hours, this has been dictating the price action for us in terms of our lows since back there in July 2020, and right now we're back there testing that again. Staying above this is going to be key for us. Now as well, in terms of the moving averages, if we can actually manage to maintain not only price action above the 200 period moving average, but the 50 here on the 12 hours, and indeed on the lower ones, having just recently had a golden cross on the 4 hours here, as you can see, and on the 1 hours we're coming in here just giving it a kiss. Can we actually cross and move towards the top side and follow that all the way up to join in with these higher time frame golden crosses that we've had, such as on the 24-hour time frame, which has been golden cross for such a long time, and here on the 12 hours? Can we do it? Because if we cannot stay above the 50 period, then we'd be looking at having a death cross on here in the near future. All these things would get tested again and again in and around about these zones. And how can we be saying stuff like that? How can we say that these things would get tested again and again? Well, if you allow me to just hide these moving averages for just a second and bring the drawings back up onto the charts, there is a key area here as diagnosed by this 236 Fibonacci retracement point at 480. That's where we really need to stay up above right now in order to look towards those higher targets. But it is possible, as we saw in the past when we came down to the 382 as it was then and put in an inverted head and shoulders. Are we doing the same sort of structure here with a potential shoulder, head and shoulder, with a measured move off the back of this one taking us up past our previous highs? Is that possible? Well, so long as we stay above the 236 for now at 480s, it certainly is possible. Drawing this Fibonacci retracement tool in here, oops, actually forgive me, me, drawing in a Fibonacci retracement from this high that we had, the last high down to the last low with that inverted head and shoulders. This of course creates a lot of noise in the chart, but I can point out briefly that we came in here for the 1618 very nicely, and in fact that's where we saw our most recent inflection in the market at our recent high. What if we were to do something similar? How would that look for us coming in from that recent high down to this area, which is the 236? Of course that brings in a target in there at $14. We're getting a lot closer to, of course, Kevin's question of can we take out that all-time high again in there at that 1618 Fibonacci retracement point. It is possible to do so, and similar structure to what we saw last time, could even see that being challenged in and around about that period in time. However, if we were to actually go beyond that to the next reasonable Fibonacci retracement point, we see that comes in at $22, very much above that target. Now let's be real about things. The key area for us in terms of the shorter term time frame is $7. If we can take out 7, there's a solid 30% potential move just towards our previous highs. You don't need to be greedy when trading this one. When you're managing your risk, think accordingly. If we're going down below that area, it's a 30% drop off towards where we would necessarily see the next key structural point in the market. This one, of course, giving you all that volatility that you would love to see if you're in a parabolic market. Well, let me just remind folk that that is very much the case on the linear charts here, as you can see with this extreme movement towards the top side on the broader point of view. If we were to actually break this overall, then you could see, you know, breaking past the parabolic trend, that you could see movements down towards areas such as 378, but you can even see movements down as low as the 786, but actually as well an 80% retracement in the prices coming in at around about where you maybe would see that 886 on the charts. If I just make that visible for me here, we could even see lows down there at 155. That's the warning for you, and the key to trading this comes in at around about those zones. Anyway, if you liked what you saw today here and you thought there was some value for it, I'd really appreciate it if you shared this video with your friends. And remember, a friend of yours is a friend of mine. I'm Rocky Outcrop. This is the Rocky Outcrop community that's just chatting away in the background of this live video. I really appreciate you tuning in to watch this one with us. Now I hope I see you in a live stream one day as well. Thanks very much. See you again. Now I need to bring up my Streamlabs